Okay, guys. So one thing I would say, should you get married in the last days? I would say if you're able to be a tough person in marriage, and or ask God for strength, then the Bible says that we shouldn't forbid marriage in the last days. But I think one thing you need to understand is that living in 2024, you know, uh, 2025, today, and so on, um, we have to realize that, sin is really growing since Jesus, left this earth 2,000 years ago. And so I would recommend really going to God in prayer, but also go to God from a standpoint of, you're right with God, you know, uh, by giving your life to Jesus Christ. But I would say, you should really focus on serving Jesus, in marriage. You're going to have more problems. You're going to have, um, maybe not necessarily an excessively amount of problems, but, you know, you're still going to have to navigate some new territory because unfortunately, guys, it doesn't matter whether you get married or not, you're still going to run into problems. But I would say marriage is more problem because it's emotional as well. It's kind of an emotional connection that you're doing. And so I would say if you're not interested in staying committed to one spouse for the rest of your life, I just wouldn't recommend getting married. And I just, believe that marriage is still, great. Obviously, my own kids, I'm not going to necessarily tell them don't get married, because there's a lot of benefits and blessing to having a close partnership with someone or having a friend, around. But, realize that, the Bible does say what it says. So, Paul recommended that if you do get married, you're not going to have, you're going to have trouble in the world. And so it's happening. So, um, yeah, God bless you.